Hello, everybody. Welcome to another of our nightly devotionals, and I hope that you guys are doing well. Today is an interesting one. I actually saw a Bible verse come alive in front of me. This morning, as I was preparing for the day, right? I was preparing breakfast and all that. We have a dog. We have a white dog. His name is Kane, Kane. And he's a white German Shepherd. Huge, okay? Beautiful. It's very cute, right? However, even though he's cute, he did something that's horrible, okay? So this morning, I step out into the backyard, and I'm ready to play with him. But he was kind of like aloof. He was kind of like, I don't know, it was strange. He was just standing kind of off, and he was just staring at me. So I was like, okay, maybe that's just kind of weird. So I step out, okay, close the door behind me, and he kind of just like walks away. And I was like, okay, I guess he doesn't want to play today. But then he goes to one. There's a little garden area that my mom has organized, and there's a table and there's two chairs, and underneath there's this yellow kind of like mustard colored blob of something, and I was like, what is that? Like I was about 5 feet 6 feet away, so I can't really see it clearly, and I was looking at that and I was like, what is that? And I thought it was one of those those yellow foam on chairs. And I was like, okay, that's not a big deal. And then I see my dog kind of approach it and smell it. And I was like, what is that? And he started licking it. And then I was like, what in the world? So I didn't give it much thought. But as the dog walks away to my left, he starts to kind of like choke a little bit. And then he throws up. Is where the gross thing at. He throws up the same color as that yellow blob thing that I saw. And so I was like, wait, is that throw up? So I kind of approach it, and it was vomit. It was my dog, and it was a lot. And I was just like, what in the world? And then I looked at the other one, and it was bad. I thought my dog was sick or something. So I run to get my to get the hose to wash it down. But as I get back to the place, I see my dog licking the vomit. And right away, the verse from Proverbs pops into my mind. The Bible says in Proverbs 26 verse 11, as a dog runneth to his vomit, so a fool runneth to his folly. Let me read that again. As a dog runneth to his vomit, so a fool runneth to his folly. As I was watching my dog lick his vomit again, this verse popped in my head, but also a pure disgust. And I was thinking, I let this dog lick me. I let this dog, eat something from my hand. I whenever he's like, I'm playing with him, he tries to kind of like bite my hand and all that. And I was thinking, I just got vomit then on my hands. What a disgusting thought. And this verse reminded me of that. Now, this Proverbs here reminds me also of this thought. You know how there's so many people that's asking for life to go back to normal. We're all asking, man, when is our life coming back to normal? When is this quarantine ending? Like that, when will be back to normal? And a thought came to my mind. What is our normal? What is our normal life before the quarantine? And I wonder, how many people want to go back to their old normal life? Because in their old normal life, They were comfortable doing sin. They were comfortable in their mediocre Christianity. They were comfortable in living far away from God. They were comfortable in, living in sin. How many people are asking for the old normal because that old normal was a comfortable life for them? Whether that's because of sin, whether that's because of mediocrity, whether that's because, whatever the reason is, people are willing to go back to that because they love that old normal. You see, as Christians, I think that this quarantine time should be a test of fire for us. It should be a test of faith. It should be a test of our faithfulness. It should be a test of our consistency. It should be a test of our blameless. During this quarantine time, the neighbors are watching. Are they going to church? Are they reading their Bible? Are they praying? People are watching us, how we do in our work. Are they still continually faithful? People are watching us maybe in our finances. Are they still giving tithing? Are they doing this? Are we being tested? See, I do believe that this quarantine time is a test for Christians. It's a test of our faithfulness. And yesterday's message from Pastor, what a powerful message that is. Does your fear of God have a price? Will there be something that will throw you away from your path as you walk with God? Is there something that will push you aside and put you down and keep you away from the will of God? Is there something that will stop you from going forward? Or do we have that spirit of saying, you know what, I want to go back to my old life. I want to go back to that old normal where I can just be in my own little world, where God wasn't really challenging me, where God wasn't, pushing me in a way. Or are we looking for a new normal? A new normal where our faith is tested. A new normal where we are faithful to God. We're a new normal where we are steadfast in our walk, where we are more grounded, when we have more knowledge of the Bible, when we have this more a stronger fervor for the will of God and for sharing the gospel, and just when we get back to this new normal where we come back and says, you know what, church is important to me. I'm gonna be there, and nothing's gonna stop me now. Or are we like the dog? We want the old normal back. Yeah, it's just a small thought that, like, when I saw this and I was thinking about that and I was driving about that, because I myself want things to go back to normal. But throughout this whole quarantine time, I've learned so much. I've learned a lot of things. I learned how to manage my time. Now that I don't have a lot of things to do, yet there's going in and out, ins and outs of things to do. I've learned to manage my time. I mean, I've learned to do this devotionals, and I love it because it challenges me. It challenges me to read the Bible, and it challenges me to think about the needs of others. It challenges me to think about the needs of our church. But how about you? Do you want to go back to the old normal, where you're not being challenged by God, where your faith is kind of still teetering, where you have your own little world? Or do you want to look forward for the new normal? A new normal where your faith is stronger. A new normal where you're steadfast, unmovable, always abounding in the work of the Lord. Let's not be fools. Let's be wise. Let's not us be like the dog that likes to return back to that folly, to that vomit. No, let's aim for something better. Let's aim for something that's better, that God is working in our lives. Let's aim for a new person. Let's aim for a new Christian walk. Let's aim for a better and stronger Christian walk. I hope this thought, this thought challenged me. This thought challenged me a lot this morning when I saw him. I mean, one is, yeah, I saw my dog, licking his own vomit. It's an eye opening. But when I saw that, and when I remember when God gave me this verse to think of, and I was pondering about that. There's so many people asking, bring us back to old normal, bring us back to normality. Going back, returning back is not the way to go. It's going forward. And I hope that God is challenging you to move forward in your Christian walk. Thank you guys for watching. Have a blessed day.